What's up, gamers? Today we are going to be going over the new tank that was gifted to us by Wargaming, the Tier 9 Gsor the tank. Now, I did have another screen up. 1 second. These are the stats for it. Oh, look at the dog. Hello. It has pretty good gun, right? 268 and 390 damage, but its DPM is fairly low. You've got dispersion at 0.34. Talk with the dog. Hello. Hello? What do you want? So we've got 0.34, but the dispersion factors are 0.2, and that's not very good. If you compare that to... Shall we do 7.1? Should I compare it to a 7.1? That seems... I mean, it's got the same gun, 268, 390, and I really like the gun. Yeah, these are 0.12, 0.12, and 0.8. So these two, they might need to drop them a tiny bit. I know these aren't supposed to be really strong tanks, but for me, 0.2, like, you're bringing people who have never played in Tier 9 sometimes into the game at this level. Wow, you're really bashing me, aren't you? Hello. Okay. Ammo shells is fine. You're probably not even going to be able to fire all of them at one point. Or another. It only beats it on Tractorverse. Its top speed is, it says 40, but its power to weight and stuff is a lot less. So you could run a turbo in it. The gun depression, though, is 11. So it beats the Centurion. And the Centurion is a really good tank for it. The gun depression. Health, tiny bit less, that's not going to matter. Now, the turret armor, it's a weird one because we're going to look at the armor profile in a minute, but I think they're going to be fairly similar because the turret profile on a 7.1 is quite flat, whereas this is quite an angle, so we're going to check out that in a minute. View range is 20 meters worse already, as you can probably see on my build. I've actually put a gun rammer, V-stabs, and optics just because it was so low. I've managed to boost it up to 490, but it was just really low. But this is the model, and it's firing at itself. So, it does actually have spaced armor, which... Okay, so this isn't actually armor. This is like a spaced armor, according to this. 98. Okay, so does its turret? Yes, it does. Okay, so when this thing is angling its turret at you, like this, no, like that, you can actually overmatch the middle of it because it's 25mm thick. So anything above, what, 76mm is probably going to pen this middle strap. That's not the best. Don't hit there because it's just going to be an auto ricochet, but odds are it'll ricochet up into the tank anyway, so maybe that's a little trick. You could probably, you could just aim there and it'll go up into its gun, maybe. And okay, so it's basically green. 6mm spaced armor plus 50mm, so anything above 150, so 60 TPs and stuff, you might be able to fire into it. It just depends on how it works with spaced armor. I'm not actually sure. Okay, so this thing basically has no armor, unless you can angle its turret, possibly. Right, let's jump into a game. Okay, so this is the Gsor the tank, and I haven't played any games in it. Something good about it, it has Hesh, so 210, so you do lose pen on this. Your 268 is your maximum pen. It's exactly like the 7.1, but 480, which is nice, and it has 105mm of that for your light tanks, which is even nicer. So we're going to jump into a game. Normally, I would play a couple of games and then come along and get the feel for it, but okay. Look at how many Gsor tanks there are. And you have to remember, some of these people will have never played in Tier 9. I don't know how fast I'm going to be. I do 40, but am I going to get to 40? We're defending against... Well, we're just defending against Gsors, aren't we? Okay, so it's not too bad. It actually does move. It's not as slow as I thought it would be. I am going to see... I think the char's actually going to go up there. Is this the standard? Yeah, okay, everyone's got the same camo. That makes sense. I think because I'm slow, I'm going to push up this hill, and then if I can push across, I will. As you can see, the dispersion with V-stabs is about what every other tank even gets as standard, so it's not going to be that fun, but hopefully I can give you something here. Obviously the games are going to be a bit strange because we're literally going against... Okay, so that might be where the power to weight is getting affected. Okay, we're going to jump up here. Okay. Very nice. Now this is where the DPM is not the nicest. Nah, we missed there. And there's again. Okay, so it takes out good meaty shots, doesn't it? 390 average is fairly nice. And it has APCR at 1400, so you're not going to have to worry about your shell velocity at all. Oh, Anna, we got a Hesh pen. We got a Hesh pen for 541 damage. That is beautiful. You know what? Compared to Patton the tank, this is a world of difference. Ah, we wasn't expecting to hit that. But you know, every shot you don't take is a miss. We'll go for it again. That didn't seem as bad. He's taken some damage. I don't know what health he was on first. I can't hit this guy. Oh, I can't hit that guy because he's behind a rock. Okay, so you can see the gun depression here, how like low I can go. Like look at that. Look at that. That is incredible. Okay. There is another Gsor the tank that is up the top and that, but I think we're finished for over here. There's quite a few unspotted tanks. I think I might push the middle, you know. I can pen the lower plate of this E75, so I'm not too worried about him. I don't mind even taking a shot from him if I need to. There's another full Gsor, so if I did stay up there, I probably could have slammed one into the side. But we're going to try and get into these bushes here. It's 4-1. We're nearly 9k up, so this was just a player win. There we go. Okay, so we've got some of them up here as well. What we can do is we know that they're there, so we can just sit. Okay. We are apparently still spotted. How are we still spotted after that long? Maybe we just have really bad camo. Okay, as you can see, when they're firing at you with 268 pen, we have zero hope.
That one didn't go through.
Okay, we are literally just getting fully unspotted here. So what I'm going to do is swap sides of the rock and see what we can come up with. Yeah, there we go, there's another one. Hey, if we can just do some spotting, that's fine by me, that's fine by me. We're kind of pushing them, but I am not one shot, but not far off of being one shot. Nah, that was a bad shot. Rushed it. I'm going to try and push up to the next ridge. No, that was not where I wanted to go. Oh, hello. Stick it in him. Perfect. Stick your gun into his barrel. Now, I was only worried about someone being up there, but I don't think there is anymore. I think they've kind of pushed out. And yeah, we're just left with these people. Another Gsor the tank. We'll take him out. The Centurion is there that we can probably take out first if we wanted to. Okay, we can hit his armor. And we take him out. First game is 2417. You know, that wasn't that bad. I did not feel like I was playing a free tank given to me, if that helps. Probably helped that I was playing everybody else with the same tank. That was a bit of a strange matchmaking. Okay, so we did 2.7, 2.4. So we'll call it 2.5 each. We did about 5k combined in our first game in Gsor the tank. Obviously, he went the other way, so he got a lot more firing and a jar over that. But it was decent. Now I'd say that was a decent firing little tank. We'll go and do another one, see what happens. Okay, so we're into the next one. The queues are a little bit skew with. If you're wondering on this side, it's just because it's been a micro patch, so it hasn't had to update the mods, but it would be green if you're slightly confused as to why they are all kind of like hashed out and things like that. But I do think that this might be slightly better because this is against some tier 10s, so we have some DZs. Oh look, an ST62 version 2. That must be a super test tank. Okay, so he's going to push up, which is going to be great for us because I'm going to shoot him in the side. Oh. Well, no I'm not. Okay, so the 50B hasn't pushed, but the only thing with the 50B is, would you do that all on your own? Like, you're going to unload the shells. Once you unload that shells, you're finished. Bang, there's the first one. Can we get another shell in? It doesn't appear so, but that concept is going to bait him into doing more shells. I think he's unloaded. I'm going to send one fire into this. I'm actually going to... Now I'm going to push with him. It looks like we might have actually hit the Tessac there with our blind shell. What do? We do 480 with 105 pen. That seemed about right, didn't it? Okay, so I'm going to load a Hesh shell here. That was slightly disappointing. We had a bit of a less of a shell damage than we wanted. Let's see if we can go get this Toro actually. No. Okay, we can't hit the Toro. Here we go. No, we're gonna have to pull back because actually we can just weather this. There we go. We'll just weather that. A 500 shell is taking him out. You know, it's not the worst. I'm just making sure that IS4 new. Oh, that 121B. Okay, so he just took 700, so... let's ask him. Concept. Where was... Hurry. Okay, now the last thing I want is that guy to surge around the corner at me. Currently up by 5k, so I don't want us to kind of push that. I'm going to cut this game down a little bit just because it's a very slow paced. That's where they're all sitting, so if I push, I'm just going to die. Okay, right, so he's coming around the corner. He's not going to expect me. And now he's out. Okay, we've reloaded. I'm now going to push. That Toro is going to be aiming at me.
Track hit. We've lost a track.
We weathered that storm.
Get going.
Okay, so the Toro, that was painful. But we made the necessary push. That we had to do. And we should find a Hori somewhere around this corner.
Enemy armor is hit.
Have to wait to get unspotted here.
Enemy is hit.
And we take him out. There you go, 3 kills. 4.6k combined. That seemed decent. I'm gonna condense that game down into a short one. And cut out some of the really quiet parts. Okay, so the third game. That second game, hopefully, condensed it down. Made it a bit better. What we got? We got against 50TB, BZ68, an M6Y, M6Y, WZ114. The thing is that I don't really want to be going up against the BZ and 50TP. But we do have a Toro over a Char. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the 8 line. I'm going to go down the river.
Time to roll out.
I think that's going to be a slightly better place for this tank. But at the same point, I think I might actually be the only one going down there. Because the EBR's gone to the middle. Okay, so we've got 2 EBRs have met in the middle and they are doing a standoff. As long as I don't meet the Char, I'll probably do alright because he can do a lot of damage. He's going to do a lot of damage if I do meet him. Okay, so that is a Gsor. We are outspotting these guys. Okay, so the T10 is coming with me.
Moving to cover your flank. Enemy armor is
Okay,
damaged.
so what we need to do is jive up top.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
There we go. We can actually also see the WZ114 when he comes around.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Let's repair that because we're in a decent spot here. There you go. That was the armor bouncing. No. Okay, that WZ is going to struggle to pen. He's actually aiming at me, so I do want to wait.
Enemy armor is hit.
Till he's looking at someone else. As you can see, you can rack the damage up extremely well in this tank. 2.1k already.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Couldn't see him there through the smoke, unfortunately. Okay, so he is out. We're going to take another shot into the WZ. We're already up to nearly 3k of damage. This was such a strong position to go in. This tank is incredibly good for being a free tank. I'm going to repair that just in case there's someone above me. I'm going to see if I can actually help. No. He has just fired, so he's going to have a long reload. There we go. Take out the 50 TP. Nah, we should have just fired a normal shell. I think I might stay here in case we lose that flank, because if we're losing that flank, they're going to push hard on us. I should be able to fire from across. Where is this Gsor going? That was not ideal. Okay, they're in here. Okay, now I know that he's over there. We're going to try and push this side. There we go. Nice. No, EBR came out. I was too busy watching the other guy. Okay, I mean, we did 3.4k damage. That to me is pretty decent. I don't mind playing this tank. I quite like this tank. For a free tank, I don't think you complain too much about it. It's way better than fire. Nice. It's way better than a patton tank. Well, okay. So that is my 3 games on Gsor the tank. It's miles better than patton the tank, and I think you could actually have some good games in it. I'll have a quick look at the stats that I've done in the 3 games that we did play. 5 vehicles. We got 3 wins. No, we don't. We have 2 wins because we haven't done the last one. We got average of 2.5k damage, which is going to go up a bit. Average assistance of 2.4. We survived both apart from this one. We made 200k credits in 2 games with no boosters, might I add. But if you like the video, go give it a like and don't forget to hit subscribe. And until next time.